K Black Boxing, coming back to you with another video. We have the big fight this weekend. The heavyweights. The IBF champion, Anthony Joshua, versus Wladimir Klitschko. The WBA and the IBO vacant titles will be on the line as well. So the winner of this fight would be a unified champion. Man, it's going to be a good fight. We got two guys who's about 6'6", maybe about 240, 250 pounds. Some big guys, man. But they stay in shape all year round. And Anthony Joshua workout regimen is crazy. And for Wladimir Klitschko to be 41, he work out hard as well, man. So that's why I say it's going to be a phenomenal fight. So it's going to be like, is it going to be a changing of the guard? Or is it going to be, the old lion still saying, hey, I'm the king of my jungle? Like I say, it's the young lion versus the old lion, the veteran versus the rookie. Although, this is not Joshua's first year, so he's not, like a rookie like that. But I'm just using that as an example in this case. Vladimir Klitschko got a lot of experience when he had those belts for about close to 10 years. He was a unified champ. He was a unified champion. And the only reason why he wasn't an undisputed champion is because his brother had the one of the belts. So of course, quite naturally, they wasn't going to fight. But once his brother retired, Bemar and Stavern and Areola fought for the belt. Stavern won, and then Stavern fought Deontay Wilder, and that's how Deontay Wilder got the WBC belt today. So he didn't end up fighting Wilder. He ended up fighting Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury ended up beating him. And immediately, once he won the belt, the IBF wanted him to fight a mandatory, but he opted not to because he wanted to fight Klitschko in the rematch. And so the IBF belt was gone. And Glasgow and Charles Martin fought for that belt. Charles Martin won due to an injury to Glasgow. And then Charles Martin ended up fighting Anthony Joshua. He lost to Anthony Joshua, and it's the reason why Anthony Joshua got the IBF belt right now. Tyson Fury still had the WBO and the WBA and the IBO, if you want to count that. And he started going on a cocaine binge and steroid allegations, suicidal thoughts. He retired, relinquished the belts, and the WBO sanctioned Andy Ruiz and Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker won. That's why he's a WBO champion. And the WBA and the IBO are still, I really don't count the IBO, but I'm just, it is what it is. It's still up for grabs. So not only the IBF from Anthony Joshua will be up for grabs, but the WBA and the IBO. That's a quickly run down history for the past year of all these belts, man. But anyway, I think it's gonna be a phenomenal fight. 90,000 people, man. All screaming Joshua. So this is definitely the big lights, man. The big lights. Both of these guys won gold medals. In their time. Like I said, both these guys tall, in shape, they big, man. Only thing about this fight with me, I know some people like, man, is Anthony Joshua really ready, man? Vladimir got all this experience, and he definitely does. You know what I mean? Which is will play a part. But dude, Klitschko been on the ring for about a year and a half. Anthony Joshua been active. And the fights he was fighting might not have been on the caliber of Klitschko, but he's been active nonetheless. So when you up in age like that, 41 years old, you just lost your previous fight, And the reason why he been out of the ring, it's not because of his fault. He wanted to rematch with um, Fury, but it just didn't work out that way. You know what I mean? You know, Fury was gonna go basically do a 360 and basically retire. But he didn't take no tune-up fights and fighting a young, hungry lion. You know, like Anthony Joshua, it could be very bad for him. Because Joshua, he's coming in. He's not coming to lose, man. You know, I'm just being totally honest. I'm not saying Klitschko coming to lose either, but I don't. You know, I think Klitschko think like, well, I'm a veteran, and you know, I can see how Klitschko is talking. He's very very relaxed. He seems as if like, hey, he gonna go ahead and go in there and get him out of there. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Klitschko has been knocked out 3 different times. You know, and he lost to Fury in a lackluster fight. But that's the way Fury had to beat a person like Klitschko. He's already boring, so you know, Tyson Fury basically had to bore him, make the fight very very boring in order to win. You know, lull him to sleep, and you know, Klitschko couldn't do anything like that. He's so used to, you know, punching and grabbing people, and you know, holding people behind their heads and pushing his weight all the way down. On smaller fighters, it's like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". But he couldn't do that to Tyson Fury. He's finally fighting somebody that was taller than him, or as tall as him. And Anthony Joshua is the same. So he's not going to be able to grab Anthony Joshua and pull his head down and stuff like that. You know, Anthony Joshua got long arms. He got a punching power. And I think that's going to be the difference of the fight. I kind of think, man, with all that being said, I'm rolling with Anthony Joshua in this fight, man. I just think that his youth and athleticism and his you know, his star power is going to get him over in this fight, man. Because I think it's Anthony Joshua's time. Like I said, Klitschko, even though a lot of people talk bad about him because he was boring for the most part, he held a whole lot. But that was his game strategy. That was his strategy, man, because he didn't have the most powerful chance. So he had to do what he had to do. When fighters got on the inside, he had to hold him because he didn't want to get tapped. You know, but in this fight, it's a possibility, man. It's a possibility. It can go the distance, but it's also a possibility that Anthony Joshua can spark him out of there. And, you know, of course, he got a knockout chance as well. Because anytime a heavyweight fight, all these guys are big as hell, 20 plus pounds. Anybody hitting you across the face and you weigh that much, it can be lights out at any time. Which is what it is in the heavyweight division. That's why the heavyweight division is so interesting, and that's the reason why, you know, it's returning, you know, slowly but for surely to the days of prominence. You know, because everybody knows that heavyweight has always been the focal point of boxing. So Anthony Joshua, man, I need you to go ahead and get the IBF belt. You know, retain it and also add on the other hardware, man. Because I'm picking Anthony Joshua to win this fight. And you know, I missed decision, man, but I would not be surprised if a knockout do occur because, like I said, um, I don't think it would be one of those knockouts like he's just knocking them all across the ring, but I think it'd be one of those knockouts like, you know, Vladimir Klitschko just can't continue because of the punishment type of knockouts, man. And that's my prediction. And K Black Boxing signing out. Like, comment, subscribe.